Trevor's going to be staying up here because he's going to be moderating our next tech chat, which is with Zhang, the founder of Singa. I met him in Adelaide, Australia, a year ago, and he's since moved his company to China, and he's raised venture capital or angel investment from China too. So, Yang, why don't you come up here and join the stage with Trevor? And speaking of interesting companies, the last company was language learning. This next one is all about singing. So stay tuned.
Hello?
So why don't you start off by telling us about what Singa is?
Yeah, sure. Probably what I will do is before I started the trip, just allow me to make apologies to the audience about my shirt. Normally, I dress professionally and appropriately, but certainly not today. I I feel like a walking advertising of yummy Shanghai food. I mean, this shirt fits perfectly while I was in Australia, but certainly not today. I mean, the Chinese food is so yum, I just can't stop. So, my apology. All right. Okay, why not? All right. Singa Entertainment. Um, Myself and my business partner Eric, we co-founded the Singa Entertainment in September 2012. Yeah, Eric is my CTO, in charge of the coding and all the technical stuff. Yeah, I'm focusing on the business development and the sales. So yeah.
And what exactly does Singa do in a nutshell?
We develop a series of mobile apps enabling people to take a video of themselves singing a song, and to be able to share with friends and families.
Okay, so when we hear that description right away, it sounds like there's probably a lot of similar apps in the space, especially in terms of sharing, performance, based apps. So what made your concept special to begin with when you first started?
Perhaps the most unique thing about single product is we're focusing on the kids market. Uh, we're primarily targeting the preschool kids, aging from perhaps 3 years old right up to 7 years old. Uh, yeah, I've seen some other apps focusing a bit more on the adult market, 20 years, 30 years. But we like to, yeah, we think the kids market is a bit underserved at the moment, so we like to be focusing on the preschool kids market.
One of the challenges of the children's market, and our company is in the children's market, so I know this firsthand, is a lot of apps run into the problem where if you're targeting kids, it's the parents who are actually purchasing, or making in-app purchases.
Correct.
So how do you overcome a challenge like that when you're trying to monetize on your products?
Okay. Yeah, Trevor is 100% right. When you develop kids market, talking about the customer side, the customers are not the end users. The end users is actually, yeah, as you mentioned, are the kids, but the customers, who will pay the bill, are actually the parents. It's the parents that's gonna find the app and download the app and give it to the kids. So, so it's a little bit of higher barrier in the monetizing process. But the good thing about kids app is from our observation, what we've seen is the buying motive is very strong. Uh, I'll just give you a quick example. Most of the moms we've talked to and we interview, what we found is a lot of the, I show my app to some of the moms. Yeah, the number one feedback we hear from the moms are, oh, I I only spend $2 buying one app for myself, but look at all the kids apps I purchased on my phone. I spend almost like $200. If I see my kids enjoying the app, you know, or even learning something, having a good time, and they never hesitate purchasing.
But on the other hand, with an entertainment type of app versus Liu Li Suo, for example, where there's a function and there's an educational, a very clear educational component, isn't discoverability a huge challenge as well? Because if you're not, as a startup, you're probably not spending huge marketing dollars on getting your app known. So how do you break through the barrier in the app stores where there's so much product, and especially in the entertainment space where frankly people might download it today and then forget about it next week? So how do you make sure that Singa stays top of mind or gets discovered in the first place?
One of the marketing strategy we used before and we found is quite effective, particularly cost effective, is to leveraging the magic of viral marketing, viral effect from the content. What I mean by that is, for example, if one of the kids using the Singa product and he take a video of himself singing and he uploaded the video to the YouTube, chances are if the content had for example like a 2 million views in the first week, what we've done from the marketing perspective is we add a single watermark on top of the video to make it, when people see the video, they know, the kids are using a Singa app that, makes the recording. So we sort of, we leverage the popularity from the content, if the video itself becomes viral, it's doing a great job of making the product, making the app and more, a lot easier to be found.
And you've secured angel investment now, which will help lead for how long do you envision before you move to the next round of financing?
It's give us a pretty comfortable runway of at least about 9 to 12 months.
And then during these 9 to 12 months, what are some of the milestones that you want to hit as a company?
Product-wise, we're working at full speed, developing our first Chinese version of a single product, obviously targeting the Chinese market. Marketing-wise, we're looking at a user, probably 500,000 users by Christmas.
Christmas is here, so coming up in the
Correct.
next. And where do you eventually see, because at this point you're a single product, like this is your core product company, but do you expect to expand at some point at the next stage of your company's growth, or do you want to kind of be known for one product?
No, we're definitely looking at some different marketing niche as well. The other products we have in the pipeline are targeting more at the adult market. We're looking at releasing it probably in the first week of November. It's a combination of micro video, similar to Vine, and 微视秒拍. More of targeting at the adult market. It's got some elements of micro video, comic books, and we're looking at tap into the market from the very light-hearted and humor perspective, similar to Nightgag.
So as Yi mentioned before, for his company, obviously proprietary technology is something that he uses to create a barrier, especially moving ahead as he faces more competition. For your company and for your product, is there a way that you see, for you to be able to protect your products and your brands from competition?
Creativity, continuous creativity, to me is probably the number one barrier we want to set up to defend our products. Well, to be honest, I rarely have seen any product that 20 engineers from Google couldn't make it. So from the technical perspective, these days it's very difficult, unless you're a genius, you really have some patent. But really, from technical perspective, it's highly difficult to have something only your engineering team can do. But what we are relying on is, we call it a continuous creativity. The competitors can see what's coming out, what's on the market, but they don't know step 2 and step 3. So, this is our core competitive edge of competitive.
And what's one of the things that you've learned as an entrepreneur that if you could turn back, the hands of time, you would change about how you either set up the company or grew the company? Is there something you would change?
Probably I should have back to China a bit earlier, and yeah, because the size of the market, and yeah, the market potential is unbelievable. So we released our first series of products in Australia, and primarily focusing on the Australia and the US market. Whereas if I can go back, I probably should be paying more attention to the Chinese market.
And how are you growing your team now that you're back in China? Because obviously there's a lot of competition from other startups and from other companies looking for great development, design talent. So how do you compete against those for human resources?
Okay, I'm certainly not relying on higher salary. Um, what we found from our engineering and the designers are what they're really after is it's the sense of belonging. Is that they want to belong to a team, a feel of a family-like team. I don't think a real good engineers will move to another team if they get paid a couple $100 more. It's we focus a lot more on how to make your team more feel like a family. So this is, I think, how to hold the heart.
Well, are you going to show us how the app works during the reception?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, during the reception.
So he'll be singing at the reception.
Yeah, we'll all be singing at the reception. So thank you very much, and for being here, Yang, and good luck to you, and thanks to you also for being here, and thanks to Trevor for doing a great job on the Tech Chats. Let's give him a round of applause.
All right, thank you, everyone. Thanks, Mike. Sorry again for my shirt.